Yo, Richie, what up, bro? No, not Richie. What the fuck? Am I tweaking? Jake, what up, nigga? Am I tweaking? I am tweaking.
What's up? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can.
That
Nigga.
man said Richie.
Yo, I did say Richie. My bad. I apologize. I apologize expeditious. Hey, yo, Jake. Yeah, my bad. I don't know what. Like, you know what? All right, you know why I probably even made that mistake? Because I've been thinking about this whole situation a lot recently, and I think the Gunna thing is a little bit more like I've just heard a lot that Thug ain't fucking with it. He didn't know about Gunna, blah blah blah. But it's Boston Richey shit. I've been hearing a lot of different things. Um, it appears that Say Cheese has gotten a few pieces together, and I ain't gonna lie, they're doing their best impersonation of Vlad. This is amazing. I kid you not. I need you because honestly, I said this to you, and by the way, again, bro, it's a Freudian slip when I say I said Richard, whatever. I need you to explain to me what's going on. I seen the screenshots. Um, I'm confused, my nigga. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm
I
like
mean,
really
this, from my understanding, and excuse me because I'm sick right now, but from my understanding,
I
what
know.
he trying to do is show the interview, trying to disprove that he's not a rat. Now, mind you, I done requested this interview on December 29th. I still haven't even gotten the invoice for that. So either he been had it or got him some himself and pushed it to whoever, whatever. But what he's doing with this is he's on a whole campaign right now, dropping bags on whoever's gonna post what he wants them to post, right? So what this interview is, it's a contradiction because he had Bruce Rivers, the criminal lawyer, say that the entire witness list is fake and everything that witness 3 said was fake. But then he puts out this interview confirming that he's fucking witness 3. So I don't understand how one person is going to say all of these aspects are fake, but then here he is giving the entire interview. In the interview, the officer asked him who his father is because it was his father that told the fucking police. Boston Richey told him dude ran down on him with a gun. So his father was the first one to speak with the police. Then he speaks with the police. Now I feel like a lot of people are acting like this is some personal shit between me and bro. I don't know him. I don't really give a fuck about him, to be honest with you. Somebody pushed the paperwork to WAP, somebody from Tallahassee, and I said I'd look into it. But now what people are trying to do is they're trying to say, oh, he didn't rat in the murder, he good, and completely disregard the fact that his second fucking case for Grand Theft Auto, he got 2 people arrested. Now, I heard you talking about the other night, how did Say Cheese find the co-defendant? I've been talked to the co-defendant.
Yeah,
Way before that, bro, I asked him if he wanted to come up on your shit. He
I
was like, man, nah, because they talking about filing a lawsuit and they talking about doing this and that, and I already turned them down. They already tried to pay. See, these are the DMs I didn't even put out. I put out the DM of him saying, yeah, he told and he want to see the investigation video of him telling. But he told me they tried to reach out to him and get him to say something for Boston Richey, and he was like, bro, I don't know what I'm going to say. Jake, it's in black and white. So I already knew he was dropping bags and trying to get people to push whatever he can push to try to sway the viewers in his favor. And then I think you also asked what happened with the other co-defendant. The other co-defendant is his fucking family member. That's why the other co-defendant ain't finna say nothing. It's either his brother or his fucking cousin that he got booked. But
on the GTA case, right?
on the
Hey,
GTA case, bro, that was
listen,
his own. He got a family member and Carly booked.
listen, sir. So Jake, and by the way, for everybody, listen, I fuck with Jake heavy. Listen, I believe he's doing the work and he's putting in the effort and he's keeping it unbiased with a lot of things. that I respect. And by the way, he comes from that background of knowing what type of paperwork would be looked at a certain way. This is why, like, even when the lawyers responded, I'm like, well, y'all never really did no time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty much well documented that, especially when people are incarcerated, people like to know that the people they're incarcerated with aren't snitches. You know what I mean? And they look at paperwork in different ways. So, you know, I didn't even get to this yet, but like, people were like parsing through the whole Gunna and 6ix9ine thing. They were like, well, there's like levels to snitching. I'm not sure if you're in prison, people look at it like that. But anyway, the reason why I say that is that when I watched that first interview, so say she's interviewed the guy from the GTA case. This is what I took from it, and I'm gonna be very honest about everything, right? And you might have to educate me. I'm not gonna say I'm always right. It seems like that guy is saying and again, this is my opinion. He's saying, yeah, that nigga snitched on me, but we handled that shit how we did, and to keep it real, we squared it off, so it's not snitching. What do you think about that? That's what I thought.
My personal opinion, because this is how he broke it. How he broke it down to me in the DMs was he was glad I put the video out because people in his city thought he was hating on Boston Richey, that he didn't want to fuck with him. And he said the only reason I didn't want to go around him is because how could I sit comfortably next to someone that told on me? So he was happy I put it out so that way he didn't look like a hater. And he told me in my DMs, he was like, yo, we just wanted to keep the situation in-house. Everybody knows what happened and that he told. But it's like when something happens in your family's home, you keep it within the family. That's what he said.
Do you think he was paid off?
Do I? Yeah, 100%. Now? Hell yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody in the comment section was pretty much like, damn, he pretty much got paid to say that.
Man, that man told me he still live on that same block. See, y'all don't even know what's happened behind the scenes. There's this shit y'all don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason that the dude in prison ain't said nothing about it in the murder case. You know what I mean?
Wait, people are locked up in prison?
Huh?
Oh, this is the murder case. Wait, so someone's in prison for this?
No.
No, for the murder case I'm talking about.
The interview, yeah. The dude that got hit with the murder that they're asking him about, DeAndre Wiggins, he's in prison right now.
So DeAndre Wiggins is currently, right now, locked up in prison?
Yes.
You gotta get him to talk or something.
He don't want to speak because somebody slapped the shit out of his mother and put the video on fucking Instagram.
You're lying. What?
That's what I'm man, what? It wasn't none of Richie's people or nothing like that. It wasn't nothing like that, but that shit been got spread around to the motherfuckers that's in that situation. But that didn't come from Richie's people. That came from somebody else that was a snitch in that dude's case. But motherfuckers in Tallahassee know what it is, bro. You got to think, this the only rapper to make it out of Tallahassee since T-Pain. When you got a bag and motherfuckers is broke and living in that city, and you finna put a bag behind them to say whatever the fuck you want them to say, they gonna say it.
God damn. There was a few things, and you know, to the person who says she's an interview, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of your answers felt like it was just not what you really wanted to say, and it felt like you had an agenda. I'm gonna be honest. Whether you could call it, oh, I wear my hood on my back, I'm protecting, whatever. What it kind of came across to the casual viewer, at least for me, it felt like you were trying to say, yo, hey, me and him squared it away, so it's none of y'all business, right? And I don't know if snitching works like that. Like, you know, I'm confused about it too. Like, that shit confused me. I'm like, well, if the guy who got allegedly told on is saying that he's cool with what happened and he calls it a misunderstanding, does the public have any stake in calling it snitching? You know what I mean?
I mean, I wouldn't give a fuck either way, to be honest with you. I don't care if you cool with the person that told on you, you forgave the person that told on you. See, the whole thing with me is I wasn't even gonna put it out there that I spoke to the co-defendant. Because the co-defendant told me his probation officer is aware of the situation. He lives on that block, so I'm assuming that means he don't want, he can do they know about me for real. But it's like common sense, bro. You stay on that block, you don't want to say nothing bad about him. That's just a dumb decision to make. He don't want to make his hood look bad, whatever, whatever, whatever. But when he kept saying there was a misunderstanding or it was misconstrued, what the fuck was the misunderstanding? You got sent to a juvenile prison because he fucking said you knew the car was stolen. Mind you, none of us would have ever known he got convicted unless he reached out to me. Because it was a juvenile case. All three of them were juveniles. Boston Richey was adjudicated and charged as an adult because he was out on bond or on probation for a robbery. So that's why the paperwork became public. That's why I was able to get his paperwork. You can't get the co-defendant paperwork. So if he had paid off the co-defendant before this shit popped off, nobody would have knew shit. But instead, the co-defendant hits me up, thanking me for doing the video to get people off his back, and then switches the story when he's talking to Say Cheese. That's why I put the DMs out. Because it's like, the one thing about it, bro, is I'm not biased with these videos. But when you keep trying to prove a point as if I'm lying, I'm going to keep disproving what the fuck you talking about.
Hey,
So if you going to drop a bag on brother say what he finna say, well, I'm going to show you what he said fucking 15 days ago, way before y'all even spoke.
I want to ask you this one question because it was in the DMs with you and him that I saw, right? The DM said, and he said this allegedly, right? Well, not allegedly. Well, he said it to you, right? He said, well, nowadays people respect the bag more than they respect being solid.
Right.
And I thought that was interesting. And I was like, well, could this play a part in this whole thing? And it looked like, it seemed like you would probably believe it did, right? Like, if he's telling you at first, yo, listen, man, the reason why I ain't really say nothing about this or I ain't go too crazy with it is niggas respect the bag over being solid. And he's basically kind of agreeing with you, like, yeah, certain shit happened. And then we hear him on Say Cheese. He's like, nah, it's a misunderstanding.
I mean, bro.
What do you think happened? Like, what do you think happened since you talked to him?
No, I think he got paid, to be honest with you. I think he got paid, and he tried to say the only type of thing that he could was it's a misunderstanding, it was misconstrued. But there was no details as to what the fuck the misunderstanding was. And the only next thing he could say is, I don't have a problem with it, so why does anyone else? But that goes against what he told me. I told him I requested the interrogation videos. He tells me he want to see his eyes while he's telling. So you acknowledging he told on you.
Is it a possibility you even get those? Because you said that was a juvenile case, even though, he fucked it up because he caught another charge. So
now, the juvenile case from 2014, there's no video for that because there's a certain amount of time, depending on the county, they'll just delete it. The only other one that I'm gonna get is from that 2016, the murder case. But the 2014 one's gone. Okay. The 2016 one, they only have audio. They don't have video. I already requested it.
So, but that's what we just heard, though, right?
I don't know. I don't know if there's more. I don't know if that's it.
Okay, so now I'm gonna bring into what I heard some of the attorneys who were like chiming in, and Lawyer for Workers has said, well, this is what he said. The quote unquote paperwork on Boston Richey was a probable cause affidavit written by a cop based on his sworn statement claiming what he heard in an interview, right? And he said that Boston Richey said a few things, but if this is the interview in question And if this is the only interview, did the cop just lie?
If that's the only question, that's the only interview, then it seems like it.
Okay. Okay.
See, this is the thing with the murder case. The murder case is what Tuwop put out, right?
Yeah.
Tuwop didn't even know about the GTA case.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I found. So he put out the murder case. The whole thing about the murder case was they said that he identified Wig, said that Wig pulled out was acting like he had a handgun, and then Wig went and said that he did some other shit, whatever, and they were trying to use that to establish probable cause for an arrest, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was just that. Then I found the GTA case, and that one just sealed the fucking deal. Like, all right, you full blown, just fuck these two. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like he wants to put focus on the murder case, saying, look, if the police did this, I requested my lawyer. I was supposed to, because I mean, he requested his lawyer fucking 30 times.
Oh, so you agree with me on that?
I don't understand how the fuck that didn't even, you know what I'm saying?
So you're agreeing with me that if this audio is real, and by the way, do you think it's real, by the way? Like, I hear some people in my chat say it's not real. Do you believe this is real?
That ain't fake audio.
Okay, so you do believe it's real.
I don't believe the audio is fake. I just don't know if that's the full extent of the actual interview, because what it says on the piece of paper from the interview, it states Boston Richey said DeAndre Wiggins was acting like he was gonna pull out a handgun. I didn't hear him say that in the video. There's some things written on the piece of paper that I didn't hear, so that's making me think either the cop lied on the paper, or there's a lot more to that interview that we didn't hear.
Do you believe that? And this is what I'm using context clues and what I heard as well. Do you think the cop just lied? And you know when Richie said in that audio, "Yo," he said, "I'm gonna claim self-defense." That the cop probably heard self-defense and he wrote up, "Well, what would self-defense be? That somebody pulled out on you, so you pulled out on him," type shit. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but see, that's the cop trying to use finesse. Right?
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's the cop trying to, and see, this is where he fucked up at. Is you 19 years old? You know, once you say I want a lawyer, take me to the jail, you don't speak after that. That's it. You're not supposed to keep talking. You're not supposed to keep saying any fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
you're not getting fucking beat up and forced to speak. That's where you're supposed to shut up at.
Do you believe that he's at fault for keep speaking, or maybe is so? Like, who do you give more the blame to? And I guess, like, you know, until we get additional, and this is the fucked up thing about the whole thing, right? Because I think it's gotten personal a bit, right? I think it's almost turned into they're trying to impugn you as like somebody who either is trying to like make them look a certain way, and they're trying to make it seem like you're just non-credible. You get what I mean? So now it feels like it's much more than the case. It feels like they're trying to say, well, oh, bro didn't tell. Like for example, like, and I want people to follow me. Put it like this. This is how I look at it. 1090J evaluates paperwork, right? He tells you what he sees. He's going to give you an opinion that's honest and unbiased. Now, here's the thing. If the paperwork doesn't match the audio, that's not him lying. It's the cop lying. But people are going to probably say, they've now turned it into you versus Richie. So now they're almost having you trying to be married to the opinion, or not the opinion, or married to the you reading the paperwork and saying what it means. So now, say there is no other footage or there's no other audio of Boston Richey talking about the situation. They're going to look at you and be like, oh no, you were trying to make up some shit when really you were going off the paperwork, which a cop definitely lied on, right?
Yeah, well then I'm gonna say I'm married to that GTA case, because we already had the motherfucker come forward and say he got convicted. It's like either fucking way, bro, and that's my point. Is You got people saying, show me the paperwork with their eyes closed. They don't want to see it. So whatever the fuck gets posted, mind you, if I tell Say Cheese to post some fake paperwork and I give him $1,000, what do you think he's going to do?
And I think this is where it gets interesting, right? So, and I completely get your point. So you're saying, all right, bet. Say the cop did lie in the murder case. You not only reported about the murder case, you reported about the GTA case.
And what's crazy about that is Lawyers for Workers and Bruce Rivers completely disregarded that second case, didn't even bring it up, and acted like they didn't know it when I called both of them on the phone. Oh, we didn't even know there was a GTA case. So who fed y'all the information for y'all to speak about the murder case? Okay. And not for nothing, you both look biased because anytime somebody makes a video and they try to disrespect whoever they're covering, because both of them had shit to say about me. So you both start off your videos hinting at, oh yeah, and we got this guy talking about this and da-da-da-da. So you're trying to discredit me in a sense. And then you're trying to break down why we shouldn't pay attention to this case and why this got to be fake or why we shouldn't go off of this. But you completely ignore the second case.
I'll give you that.
Why is that?
Again, I'm chat. I want you guys to look at me and hopefully you believe this, that I'm a completely neutral party in this. I fuck with Jake, but I'm not here to also to just try to like I've said it openly. Richie's team reached out to me. I thought there was a potential chance of an interview. I told him, I said, yo, listen, I'm in Miami or I'm in New York. I'll tell you the full comment. I said, I'm in Miami or I'm in New York. I said, listen, I didn't have plans. It was supposed to be last weekend. I said, I didn't have plans to be in Miami last weekend. But if you want to get this done, because they said, let's do an interview. I said, I'll go down to Miami. They said, we're back in Miami. By the way, this is around the time when people are saying he got kicked off the tour. Again, I'm putting cards on the table because I'm also not a liar. And also, if anyone lies to me, you should get exposed because I'm not in the lying business. So this is why people think he's off the tour or Future kicked him off the tour. I forgot where the tour date was that rumor came from, but they contacted me to say he's back in Florida. The tour date wasn't in Florida. So I didn't ask them why they're back in Florida. They said, hey, because when we had talked like a day before, I said, I'm usually in New York or Miami. They said, we're back in Florida, whatever. I said, oh, okay. I will come down to Florida to have the conversation with y'all, which would be an interview. I was going to hit up 1090J, be like, yo, give me the paperwork. I'm about to ask these niggas up. I'm about to drop it on the floor, nigga. What up? What is this shit? You feel me? And that was a conversation. I asked them for a follow-up. I did not get a follow-up, I'll be honest. It kind of went a little quiet. You get what I mean? Hold on. Where's my phone at? I'll read you the exact messages.
Boy got the receipts.
Yeah, because oh, matter of fact, they just text me right now. Oh, I think they text me right now. They texted me 2 minutes ago. It says, yo, you can read his messages he wrote us while you live right now. I send it to that man, Cap. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm going to just say what messages. Okay. All right, cool. So this is the person. I think it's his brother. I'm going to read these messages. Again, I'm not a part of no propaganda. Let me just tell, nobody could pay me off. I'm not into that type of stuff. And if I was going to do a conversation or interview with Boston Richey, it was not going to try to be like, oh, let's try to make sure you're still seen as a street nigga. Let's find out the truth. And they hit me up. They say, yo, hey, this is Boston Richey. People call back. I said, what up? I said, yo, this is Boston Richey, brother. Do you have a minute to talk? I said, I'll call you in a bit. I forgot what was going on. This is January 4th. I said, and he says, I appreciate it. They're throwing mud on they're throwing mud on right now. The shit is cap. For whatever reason, I was caught up. I'm going to be honest with you. 2 days later, I hit back. I said, yo, they say, hey, what's good? I say, yo, is Richie going to be in New York or Miami anytime soon? I want to do an interview with him. I will help if y'all niggas want to clear this up. He says, okay. He say, put something together. We'll push up. Then they hit me back 4 days later. What's up with the interview? I said, let's do it. They says when? I said, it don't matter. Y'all in New York? And I think this is around the time when people saying he's getting kicked off the tour. They said, no, we're in Florida. I said, for how long? I could push out there. I respond later. I say Saturday. I get no response. They hit me back literally 2 minutes ago. And again, it was ironically, they're clearly watching, right? Because I sent 2 messages, got no response. Because I said I was going to go to Florida to interview him. Which I only say that too. I don't know if Boston Richey's team is calling a play. You get what I mean? So I don't want to call 1090 Jake a liar because it's clearly, I think, and you tell me if I'm wrong, Jake, you feel like they're calling a play. They may have paid people off and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if they're calling a play. I don't know. You get what I mean? So I'm trying to be very honest. Then they text me literally, well, now it's 4 or 5 minutes ago. They said, yo, you can read his messages he wrote us while you're live right now. I send it to that man, Cap. And I said, what messages? I don't know. Do you know what he's talking about?
I mean, is he talking about messages to me or is he talking about messages to the co-defendant?
I think he's talking about messages that they may have sent to you.
Shit, I can read them bitches. The same manager you talk to, I talk to.
Okay,
we was on the phone for like a fucking hour.
Okay, please tell us because again,
what's his Instagram? Do you know it?
I don't know it. The last. Do you have their number? I'll tell you the last like two digits type shit.
Nah, we talked through Instagram, like video chat.
Oh, okay. Fuck, I never got on the phone with him.
Cause it says it's his manager or whatever.
Yeah, this guy says he's the brother. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I think that's the other one that got told on.
Oh, okay. So, fuck. All right. He's clearly watching, bro. He texted like 2 minutes ago, bro. Like or 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay, what message do you have? Because here's the thing. One thing I don't want it to be, and I think I understand the position that I feel like you're about to be in. Where if I'm you and I'm going off paperwork and the facts, if a cop fucked up, you shouldn't, and obviously there's 2 cases, so I know this is not the case for you, but you shouldn't be like you shouldn't be accused of being biased if you just read what the paperwork said. Now, if the cop fucked up, we should take the information, but oh no, the cop just lied, right? But clearly there's 2 cases and you believe even if he didn't tell it one, he told the other, right?
No, that's a fact. And Bruce Rivers said that the witness list was fake. I ended up sending him the witness list that's available on the website, and it has Boston Richey and his father listed as Category A witnesses in the murder case.
Category what?
Category A witnesses.
Okay. Hey, okay. Now I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Jake, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. So I was listening to
I just found his shit. He said, yo, fam, I said, what's up? He said, you believe in that shit on my bro Richie? I said, his paperwork? He said, the paperwork. All I'm saying is, if he told a statement type shit, he saying the N-word all through this shit, so I'm going to just edit that out. Wouldn't that been in the affidavit? That shit be on audio, and a video can search that up. Shit would be way more than an affidavit on what the police write up. All affidavits be lying. You been in trouble, go look up your own cases. I bet the affidavit says some shit in it you never knew, but there's real statements should be fake and done for clout. I told him he got 2 different cases where he gave a statement. It says he gave witness testimony in the murder case that DeAndre threatened him with a gun 2 months before his cousin was killed. That was used along with other evidence as probable cause to arrest DeAndre. The other case, he was driving a stolen car with 2 people. Police asked him if the 2 others knew it was stolen. He told both of them it was stolen when they got in. Because he told the police that they knew it was stolen, they got in anyway. All 3 of them were arrested for GTA. Now, his brother, this little manager, says Them one's charges was dropped on the second case, no Kizzy, right? So he's saying the GTA case was dropped, but Carly is saying he got convicted and sentenced to 6 to 9 months. So this is what I mean by the lies and paying a motherfucker to say what you want. Cause you telling me that GTA case got dropped. So in the case when he black and white told and two motherfuckers got arrested, they ain't denying they got arrested. They say, oh, the case got dropped. Carly got sent to a level program. That's a juvenile prison under DJJ. 6 to 9 months. Barbed wire fences and all that. What do you call that?
That's why you are a 1090, Jake. I have no.
That man, that
Hey,
man
hey,
said
listen.
them one charges was dropped on the second case, no Kizzy. I said, I don't doubt that. But it's the fact he gave statements to the police that got people arrested. He said the situation where the two jits got charged, they shit got dropped days after the situation. I'm from the city, go check the paperwork. Bro told the police they ain't have nothing to do with stealing the car, but they knew it was stolen. It had nothing to do with them. I said, I understand that. He said he stole it with three other jits, one of them named George. They only got arrested because he told the police, he told them it was stolen and they got in. To be real, nobody in the street's supposed to be making any statements or giving any interviews to police. Ain't really a way around that. He's a witness in a murder case, gave a statement, and dude in prison for the body. So I'll ask you like this, since I'm sure you're familiar with how I do these type of videos I do. How would you, or how would I explain to the viewers Boston Richey ain't a snitch as I go over his paperwork? He said, I'm finna break this shit down to you. Call me. Call me on FaceTime. It's a lot to write. We get on the phone. We talk for a fucking hour from 9:08 p.m. to 10:11 p.m. Then he says, yo, I say, what's the word? He said, what we doing with this? Talking about the case. Because that's when I came out with a post that says, I'm confirming the paperwork is real, but there's more to the story. He said, what we doing with this? I said, send me that witness list with all the names and let me know who's who as far as Wig's girlfriend and everyone else. He said, I got to get a hold of it. I don't even have it. That's the part I was saying yesterday about getting. I said, got you. He said, just keep me posted. So I'm asking him to send me the witness list, and he's like, all right, let me go get it. But then y'all paying a lawyer to say the witness list is fake? Like, come on, man. When you keep fucking up and got to cover fuck ups, the shit gets exposed, bro. You wanted me to read these messages? How the fuck you feeling right now? You feel like you just accomplished something? You said them two boys, they charges got dropped, but this man on Say Cheese, he got convicted. How the fuck that work?
I hit him back. I ain't gonna lie. I hit him back. I'm like, yo, you listening, bro? Because I don't have no response for, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm like, you know what I mean.
And you know how I know motherfuckers just can't accept that because the social media response is, but he white. We not finna listen to a white boy.
Wait, no.
Like, come on,
I'm
bro. That's the response.
hold on. I'm glad you said that because I seen somebody in my chat said that too, and I wanted to. I want to like jump out the sequence of like conversation we had, but I wanted to say to that person that I'm gonna throw it to you. Hey, listen. Hey, I'm a black male, but I ain't do no time, my nigga. I really like. Again, I'm a civilian, and I don't know what would be interpreted as that. I do look at the streets as like I don't think this is my opinion. I don't think the streets really keep a consistent code, but I'm not the niggas who's behind them walls who literally when niggas is locked up, everybody checking each other paperwork. I've watched some of Jake's story and he's been there. So I get y'all trying to do the black white race thing, but if you I don't even have no jurisdiction to ask him or to be like, yo, no, you're no bro. This ain't I don't think this is a black or white thing. Unless am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think it's a black or white thing, but I'll throw
Man,
to
it,
you,
it
Jake,
ain't
on this.
a it ain't a black or white thing, but that's what people try to use to sway the crowd. Like, all right, well, if we can't discredit him off of the fact that he just goes by all the fucking paperwork, we just gonna make this a black and white thing and just simply say, oh, he's white. We shouldn't listen to this. Okay. Well, if I send everything to WAC 100, y'all just gonna say, oh, you worse than a white man. You a black man trying to tear another black man down. And just creating this whole motherfucking thing and avoiding the fact that this black man, Boston Richey, put 2 other black men in jail. Come on now. We got to be all the way around the board with this shit if we're going to really get into it. You told, bro. You dropping all that fucking money trying to get bitches to sway that shit the other way. You need to take that shit to the fucking prosecutor's office and have them take that paperwork down.
I'm going to be honest. Hey, chat. I'm going to call this number.
I was just about to ask you that. Call that nigga. Have him have a conversation.
Well, it kind of makes. So I'm not trying to put nobody on the spot. And by the way, here's the thing. I keep telling y'all, I don't necessarily have a horse in this race if somebody's telling or not. However they choose to play it, and play this. Say Boston Richey and his team did pay niggas off. It ain't my fucking business. Like shit. I'm the consumer. I'm only gonna see the guy who he supposedly told on and be like, nah, it was a misunderstanding. All right, whatever. I'm not invested into it that much. Obviously, Jake is looking at this from a different angle because he's been behind these walls and he knows what street niggas care about. I'm the regular consumer who we all know, like, we all look at Gunners, whatever, but like we know we still about to bump this shit. Like, let's keep it real.
Yeah, but
right?
let me clear that up too, right? Because it really don't got nothing to do with that. What it has to do with is they're trying to spin it as if I'm not credible.
Yeah.
If I wasn't credible to begin with, why the fuck did Boston Richey reach out to me in the first place to break the shit down?
And by the way, I agree with you with that because play this. Again, I have no horse in the race. I don't give 2 fucks. So if they say, yo, let's do the interview, right? Say I interview them, right? And, I was going to hit you, be like, yo, send me all the, like, documents that I need, whatever, because I want to be armed. Because I don't want this to be a propaganda interview. I want to at least do some pushback. Say I'm like, yo, all right, hey, explain this motherfucking thing. And all of a sudden, they just look at it and be like, no, nigga, you're just biased. And I'm like, whoa, I'm not. You know what I mean? So I completely understand your plight. I'm going to try to call this number. I don't think they're going to answer that. I'm going to be honest with you.
Man, get Richie on the phone, man.
Let me see. I don't think they're going to answer. I don't think so. I'm going to call it. Make sure I don't expose the number. Chat, I bet 500 not answering. 500. Thousand chat? They're not answering.
Might as well make it 1090.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to...
Ooh, okay. All right, I'm going to just be honest with you. If Boston Richey and his team did call a play, I don't know. But the play, I'm going to be honest with you, Jake, is working. Nigga came out, basically said, even though like I think some people see through it, oh, he's not whatever. Then we get the audio that pops up like the day after, my nigga. The audio pops up, and it's the most succinct. Like I've never heard about like it's a 17-minute interview. Nigga, sometimes I've seen where like they'll leave you in there for hours, sweating you, just trying to.
Man, what? I got somebody's interview before that shit was like 8 hours.
17 minutes. I don't know. I'm not saying it's fake or whatever the case, but what I'm saying is that clearly they might just be hitting like, yo, say cheese, put this out real quick.
No, that's exactly what they're doing.
Okay, so now,
because you see how you said you would want some ammo so you can push back. Yeah, respectfully, State Cheese didn't push back at all. He just let that man say what he wanted to say. You said it's a misunderstanding. What was the misunderstanding?
Wait. Which man? Are you talking about the guy in the GTA case? I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, the co-defendant.
Hey, no, with all due respect to Sean Cotton, I think he was running out of shit to say, bro. Like the dude is literally just packing them up, saying, yo, bro, I'm not gonna say nothing against my hood. Bro, this some shit we already handled. Yo, To keep it real, this is a misunderstanding. There's nothing he could say. I mean, granted, maybe if he knew a little bit more info, he could like try to. But I think he tried, bro. Like, let me ask you a question. What would you have asked that guy, right? Given the answers he was giving, what would you have asked him?
I mean, I wasn't really gonna ask him nothing. See, this is the thing: is me and Kali had already planned to do a video. He wanted me to interview him, and I was like, I don't even have my shit set up to do interviews right now. Like, I'm not breaking out the old webcam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you want to send me a video and explain what happened in your terms, I'll post it. I got the DMs of him saying that he gonna do the shit. At first, he was saying that they're talking about making a lawsuit, so he don't want to say nothing. And I told him they're trying to get in your head. There isn't a lawsuit they be able to file. It's case facts. It isn't defamation. And if they file the fucking lawsuit, it's just gonna make them look even worse. So he said he was gonna make the video, right? He said he's gonna send it to me, whatever, whatever. I asked him, I said, you ready to make the video? He said, I fought with you, Jake, but I thought hard on it, and I'm gonna keep it off the internet, like I said. Wear the hood on my back, that wouldn't be a brick on my behalf. I said, damn, I got the camera and shit set up. Don't tell me they bought you out. And I said, he just made a post saying you wouldn't say he told too. And that's when Say Cheese posted Richie's story saying all them jits bet none of them won't ever tell you I told on them. So right after Richie says nobody's gonna say they told on him, this man's telling me he don't want to make the video now. So I said to him, don't tell me they bought you out. He said, nah, I can't be bought. I turned down their PR proposition too, fam. Show me the post though. So you saying that they offered you and they tried to get you to do something because he mentioned it when I asked him about doing the video. And I told him respectfully, bro, if you bringing up that they're offering you bread because you want me to give you more money than what they offering, I'm not paying for shit. Because then all you got to do is spin it like, oh, 1090 Jake paid me to say this. I'm not paying you to say a fucking thing. You saying you stand on morals and principles while other people in the hood getting bought. So let's really see where you stand at.
All right, I'm gonna try to call this number one more time. I'm gonna be honest. I do think this is odd. We're talking about it. They text me in real time. I call them 5 minutes later, and I text them. I even said, "What messages?" Then I said, "Are you listening to what's going on?" I have no more responses. It's a little bit odd. Hey, so I want to give the opportunity. I know whoever who texted me, y'all listening. I will mute 1090 Jake. I will mute everybody. But if you are going to, like, I'm not no propaganda machine for nobody. I know I have a big platform, but trust me, you can't buy me. You don't have the amount of money, okay? So, what I want to do, if you're gonna be reaching out to me, and this not only for 1090, this is not only for Boston Richey or anybody else. If you want to reach out to me and you want to clear anything up, don't come with the inkling or okay. If I just give Axe some access, he's gonna say what I want. No, it's not gonna work. So I get it. Some people might not be cool with the back and forth, and I'm all good with that. But please, like, you know, I mean, I was down to do an interview. I was whatever. But I'm not no echo chamber. That's not what it is. This is not the PR machine. I've never been cool with it for no one. I'm gonna mute up a second, and if they're watching, I do want them to realize I'm not. You don't have to be arguing with 1090 Jake. You could just talk to me. But I do want to call y'all because y'all watching. The fuck? Y'all are watching. Nigga, y'all just texting me. You get what I mean? Like, this is crazy. I'm going to mute up on Discord. Okay. Sometimes there's a lag. I'm going to just give it a second, and I'm going to try to call back. And really, it's just, even for them to be like, yo, bro, don't, even if they're going to be like, yo, don't listen to that nigga Jake. Yo, this is blah, 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 blah. Yo, you heard blah, blah. Even if that, I'm not trying to get a drama moment, but you guys did approach me and were willing to try to do an interview. But I will repeat, whether it's the heights of the heights or the lowest of the lows, I am not a PR machine. I'm not the nigga you hit up when you're in trouble, because I don't ask y'all for money. And if I was going to come to Florida, I was going to pay with my own dime for me and whoever else was going to come record this interview. I don't need reimbursement. I don't need no whatever. I was going to make it happen because of me. I'm not no echo chamber. Wow, that's Jamaican. This came out. I'm not no echo chamber, and I'm not a fucking PR machine. Okay? I'm going to try to call this number back again. Jake has been muted. It's not going to happen, Chad. I'm going to tell you why this is disappointing. Because you see what happens is that when we stream, this gets a lot of eyes and attention. And the reason why they hit me up is because I reacted to this in the first place, right? And when this reaction now goes public in the morning and Drill chops it up and every blog takes this and runs with it, they're going to hit me back up to talk again. And I'm like, why wouldn't you just talk about it just live? Like, you don't have to be going back and forth with a nigga. Just tell me what the fuck your side is like, my nigga. If it's not that fucking big of a deal, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, I offered to do an interview. That didn't happen. Bro, we're on live. You're texting me 2 minutes before the shit. Bro, just be like, yo, that nigga Jacob bitch. Fuck that nigga. He not lying. But don't text me and then not answer. I'm going to just leave it at that. Okay? And with me saying that is that, please, to Boston Richey's camp, and I'll unmute everybody, to Boston Richey's camp, please don't hit me up in the morning after this shit is now going viral. Please don't hit me up in the morning. Please. Please. Because y'all are watching at this moment. We can't get it going on right now. Like, this is a saga that's going on for too fucking long. And by the way, here's the thing, too. I just watched or I just listened to the audio of him being questioned about that murder. If that's the only clip, I defended him a lot. I'm like, yo, I ain't hear him say nothing crazy. I think the cop is wild, acting beyond the duties of his job and also disrespecting the rights of a citizen. But it is what it is. Anyway, Jake, I try to hit the person back. I don't know. The last message says whatever message with you, and I don't know what that is. And well, you read it, so I don't know. Chat with y'all.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Man, I don't know, bro. I guess he really didn't want me to read the fucking messages.
Let me ask you this question. If I'm in the belief that maybe Richie's camp did some cleaning up, and maybe you're too close to the situation to answer it like in an objective way, but I'll ask nonetheless. With people seeing what that co-defendant on the juvenile case said to say cheese, and then now hearing this audio from the murder case, do you believe that the consensus is going to be, well, 1090 Jake was capping? Or maybe it could be, well, the cop was lying? Or maybe it could be, yeah, but nah, this wasn't. Like, what do you think the consensus and the overall thought is going to be about this whole thing?
I mean, bro, like, I already feel like people spoke on it. They're like, yeah, he a rap, but I'm going to still listen to the music. It's something that, once you get hit with something like that, it's going to stick there. You know what I mean? And it's like I said, people say they want to see the paperwork, but they got their eyes closed. So a motherfucker can be like, oh, I listened to the murder audio and this and that and this and that. Da, 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 da. All right, cool. But you're gonna ignore the fact that his co-defendant got sentenced to juvenile prison. Then you're gonna say, oh, but he was only 16 when he gave the interview and he was too young. Motherfucking Spot him got him was like 14, 15. Fucked his whole career up. It's picking and choosing, bro. I done had so many people from Tallahassee sucking dick in my DMs talking about, oh, Boston Richey ain't no rat. Da 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 da. White boy, you the real rat. How?
Okay.
Find a video of me in a fucking interrogation room.
Okay.
This bitch looked at all kinds of statements, and you want to throw that shit on somebody else?
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you. Okay, not about you, because I don't think there's really ever legitimately been a question about your credibility in terms of that. It's a question of this, right? And I heard while the guy was talking to Sean Cotton from Say Cheese, he said a few things, but one of the things that struck with me a lot was he basically said, "Yo, bro, this is some Tallahassee shit. It's the first time we've had a go at the industry." And it felt like they were basically saying, bro, we've been trying to break into this game for the longest. Man, fuck all this other shit. Do you feel like, you know what I mean, a underserved or ignored region? I'm not saying you should probably be like, oh, nah, let me just let it slide. But it's kind of like, well, you gotta let it slide, bro. Like, yo, bro, Tallahassee been waiting for a chance to really pop it off since T-Pain. Like, what's up, my nigga? Like, what's good?
I mean, bro, New York turned their back on 6ix9ine, and fucking 6ix9ine had New York on smash. Motherfuckers ain't like, come on, bro, we need another major artist out of, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's different. New York be having an artist every year. Like, Tallahassee been dry.
New York a big place, yeah. Tallahassee like way up top type shit in the country. But it's just like, bro, how I look at it is, I know people that fuck with Richie and Richie's camp. You know what I'm saying? And one of my people who's a rapper, before I fucking boomed the video, was in the studio with some people that fuck with Richie. You know what I mean? Like, this same person is the one that put me on to Richie's music. I was listening to his shit. So when he hit me up, like, hey, this is how you can look into the case, I'm like, bet, this motherfucking perfect, because if he ain't rat, I'ma clear his name and we gonna go from there. Same shit with Bandman Kevo. I fuck with Kevo now. You know what I'm saying? I was just with Kevo down in Miami.
I know you were, and by the way, I was supposed to be in Miami too. I didn't make it. We were all gonna be on that yacht. I wanted to ask you if, and by the way, this is not true, so this is hypothetical. I gotta say that because, you know, these are serious allegations. And by the way, you know, for the people who look at me like, yo, Ak used to do the war in Chirac, I'm glad that I'm not the person who has to kind of like go over these type of things, because number one, I'm not from the street, but number two, it's like, yo, the amount of heat you get for trying to be objective is so intense and crazy. I know Jake goes through it where, like, there's probably additional pressure when you know the people love someone and now you're looking into their paperwork. They're hoping you come back saying the right thing. And if you say the wrong thing, that's going to be an issue.
Hey, well, that gets left in the streets. You gonna be a dumb motherfucker. You slide for somebody that's in paperwork. I'm pretty sure that's what happened with what's that little dancing motherfucker from New York that shot at Chief Keef for 6ix9ine, and 6ix9ine told him he paid him to do it.
Kuda
B.
Wait, he didn't tell. Did he tell? I don't know.
I thought 6ix9ine told that he paid him to go shoot at Chief Keef.
No. Yeah, 6ix9ine said that, but I don't know if this whole telling shit. And I guess that's a question I want to ask you on a macro level. So, when I was listening to Lawyer for Workers, and I'm quoting Lawyer for Workers, and by the way, salute to Bruce Rivers. Me and him actually, you know, we talked. You know, he definitely wants to do some stuff. But I'm going to talk about.
I talked to Bruce too. Bruce, I ain't gonna lie, Bruce cool people.
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk more about lawyer for workers because he was talking about necessary. Like for him, he was basically saying what certain things that you might think is snitching isn't snitching for him. And I'm like, well, that's a lawyer. And then this is
He a civil lawyer, bro. He deal with bitches getting fucking hollered at work. I talked to that man on the phone, bro. I got his phone number in 2 fucking seconds.
Oh wait, stop.
He picks up the next day. I'm like, man, what's up, bro? You talking about I'm an internet police and all this shit? Man, first off, let me apologize to you. All right, I respect that. But let's continue. You said all this shit about this one case and didn't say nothing about the GTA case. Or I didn't even know there was a GTA case, this and that. So it's like, all right, so you start off the video that you make talking shit, and then you only speak on one specific thing. Makes me look at it like you was paid to say what you was saying.
Why do you?
I told him, I'm like, bro, you in New York. Your lawyer office is posted. I can have somebody deliver you his paperwork tomorrow. If you want me to have somebody do that for you, they'll bring it right to your fucking office. No, bro, it's okay. Like I said, I apologize. I'm gonna make a video and clear that shit up. Man, I made he more or less he ain't do what he said he was gonna do. And I lost a bit of respect for him.
Hold on, because by the way,
we had a cool conversation on the phone.
Wait, so you talked to him. This is how the conversation went. I'm asking you.
Exactly how the conversation went.
So when you talk, because I ain't gonna lie to you, like that was around the time with the Tory thing. I'm probably thinking he's trying to chime in on everything, but
well, and that's the thing is he mixed that shit in with what he was saying about me because people were trying to say that he got the whole fucking Tory thing wrong. And I don't know if he was trying to say. I mean, bro, I followed him on the gram like way before this even happened, so I was surprised that he said that shit. And then I know he fucked with you. I know he did some shit with no jumper. So getting his number happened in 2 seconds. And I called him, and bro was mad respectful. You know what I'm saying? We got off the phone perfectly fine, bro. I didn't feel no type of way. He said he gonna correct the issue. I appreciate that. That's all I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Let me introduce myself. Let me show you why I made the video I made. If you want me to provide the paperwork, I'll provide that too.
Yo,
and we leave it at that. And bro said he gonna correct the shit, and he ain't corrected how he said he was gonna do it.
Hey Jake, can I keep it a bean with you?
What's good?
I thought, especially even when he asked me for your number, this and third, or I forgot how it was. Maybe it was the other way. Who cares? I thought after you had talked to him, I thought they were gonna like just legally son you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought they were gonna be like, "Yo, well, here's the law." This and third. I thought it was gonna hit you with that, and I was like, "Damn, they got my nigga Jake in a bind right now. The lawyers are hollering at him." It's not even like it's not even us as civilians. It's the lawyers teaching Jake. But now I'm hearing the conversation. I'm like, ¿qué lo que?
Yeah, I mean the whole shit was just weird, bro. Because it's like, you know, I spoke with Bruce Rivers on the phone. I like him, and he more or less just said, you know, he has a different opinion on snitching. Cool, you work for law. We're gonna have 2 separate opinions. I'm not saying you can't have your opinion. I'm just telling you what mine is. You know, I'm not disagreeing with what you said. It's dangerous putting the allegation out there that someone's snitching. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But when he tried to say the shit was fake, how was it fake if it got sent to me by Boston Richey? See, these are the key components in the argument that fucking destroy everything you just said. You said it's fake, but it got sent to me by him. And he's telling me what he said in the interview. Nah, they try to say I said this, so I said this. This is in the DMs with me and Boston Richey, which is weird because that isn't even on the audio. But he's telling me that's what he said. So that's why I'm saying there's a whole lot of confusion and it's hard to cover up the bullshit, especially when you give the ball to somebody else or the mic to somebody else so they can speak on your behalf. You know what I mean? That's why this shit's not adding up. But okay. I found the whole witness list, not just the 4 witnesses. I found the entire witness list. That includes the police. That includes the fucking forensics. That everybody. And Jalen Foster and his father are Category A witnesses in that case. His father was also interviewed in that case. And the police say in the audio, your father told us you got into a situation and now we're asking you about it.
Okay. I'm gonna read this cheer, and Karina, like you've supported a lot of times, but I'm gonna read your cheer. But I see you're trying to get at Jake. They say, yo, 1090 Jake is a white guy who literally built a platform by ending careers and livelihood of young black people who make it out the hood. Tell him to go expose some white people or something, and they call you a white devil. Karina, why the fuck are you sending that in?
You know her?
Well, she's someone who's donated a bunch frequently. She's African American viewers. It's a woman actually.